Hello, audience. My name is Isaac Gutierrez, and once again, we at Bardic Logs welcome you to a Quna backstory. Joining me as always is Humberto as Quna Zyn.
Hello, everybody.
And backing him up today is a newcomer to our group, Samantha as Zenosha.
Hello.
And together we're bringing you Betrayal Cuts Deep, Episode 1. Then, as the next morning comes, you hear knocking on the door.
Alright, Quna, come on, Zenosha, time to get awake now. Let's go, come on.
You know I hate that Mickey.
Come on, everybody, and just knocking on the doors, hear bells ringing. It's the early morning wake-up call as dawn is breaking maybe an hour or two ago.
Mickey, I hate that shit.
What on earth?
I start getting ready, of course, accordingly, like straight to it.
Alright, yeah, you begin to get ready.
There's like a loud thud next door. I assume the door that they're next to each other. So I'm just like, there's this giant loud thud, and then just like a yelp come in.
Then you hear me say, "Get up, Greenie, we gotta go." Assuming that this is a kind of her first wake-up call.
Right. So Zenosha, you hear like knocking on your door and Quna be like, hey, we gotta get going.
So she just kind of hurries around. You hear scuttling inside, and then another crash.
After knocking on the door, Quna, yeah, you hear like tons of movement and like random crashes and like curses in a language you don't understand. And you're probably waiting there for like a good 5-10 minutes, Quna.
Quna is already like he damn near sleeps. He does not wear a lot, like clothes-wise, so it's not really hard for him to get ready.
Eventually, as Zenosha gets ready and Quna, you're already ready. You guys head out and out the front door you see everybody with various horses. And I'll say that you notice that a lot of ones like Henry or everybody else, while having other saddlebags that you can tell kind of have some clothes or items in it, are currently dressed up more like bandits than actual mercenaries or their normal kind of get-ups. All right there, everybody. Come on up. We're gonna grab your horse and we're gonna get going. We're gonna be riding for a few hours while we try to head towards the mansion. Let's get going now. And as you guys begin riding with Mickey, you guys exit Helfner's Rise, you go through the gates, you're going out a long plains, passing farmhouse after farmhouse, and eventually you slam into the woods, going through the paths, the dirt paths, weaving in and out. This goes for a few hours as the morning, like, mist and fog kind of take up the general landscape that you're able to see. When suddenly, Zenosha, as you're going through the trees and all that, you see a burnt figure with smoke escaping their open mouths standing in between the trees.
What is?
As you look back, they're gone.
She stops her horse for a moment, then continues on, constantly staring back at where that figure was.
You okay, Greenie?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Don't fall back too far from the group.
Understood.
After that particularly spooky moment, Zenosha, you guys, all of you, not just you and Quna, but including the entire group of mercenaries, Mickey, everybody, eventually go off the beaten path. You guys are going into the woods, and Mickey appears to be pulling out a compass and a map every now and then, checking the directions, and every now and then he leans over to Albert, and they discuss directions and stuff, and eventually after hours and hours, and the sun finally starting to set as the day is coming to a close, you spent all day looking for this. You guys see an old Victorian dark oak mansion with black shingles and black features and various darker gray accentuations and markings. The front doorway, surrounded by a stony archway, also has 2 gargoyle statues perched above. You can see surrounding the mansion is a good 8-foot tall, dark gray kind of wall of cobblestone and various different stones about it that kind of protect off the besides the main entrance. You can see various figures, black shadows and outlines going through the mansion. You see them start opening blinds, and you start to see 2 very pale figures opening blinds and windows throughout the mansion now that the sun sets and the moon starts to rise. At this point, Albert turns to you. Are you ready, Quna?
Ready when you are.
Main entrance. You hear everybody, including Albert and Henry and Banshee and all that, start going yipping and yowling. Yeehaw! And as they start going, they start yeeting Molotovs into the mansion, and a few rocks break windows, etc. bolts fly into the wood, and suddenly two gaseous clouds start peering through the windows or top floor and coalesce in the front of the lawn, and you see two ghastly looking figures you can only assume to be the vampires in dark, nice, kind of royal Victorian garb. The woman in a very nice black dress with frills and such, and a man in a very lovely tuxedo, three-piece suit kind of look. Albert goes, "Oh God, they're not just simple royal folk. They're they're magic. Get out of here!" And they start kind of while firing like bolts and such and yeeting random Molotovs. Start like kind of riding off, and the vampires start following them with speed that you cannot keep track of as it suddenly sprints off deep into the woods. I will say, Zenosha, you do notice, well, Quna turns back to the house and starting to look at the tactics and all that. You, Zenosha, look back and you do see Albert quickly duck off from the rest of the crowd and quickly start going around the mansion. During this point, Arda says, "We gotta go," and you guys all start booking it. You, Mantis, Artis, Zenosha, you, Quna, you guys start going towards the mansion. What would you like to do, Quna? As a leader, what would you like to kind of command?
Okay, guys, we're hopping over.
Artis turns to you. Why don't we just go through the front door?
The door seems a little too risky. Yes, they got
Obvious, even?
a little obvious too. Over the wall, we have a little more view over the scene, and we can sneak around a little bit faster.
As you turn to the tall cobblestone wall, Quna, you see various vines and such starting to grow about it as nature started to reclaim this little bit of wall. Go ahead and give me an athletics check. However, Mantis starts trying to climb, and you see her very frail body struggle. She turns to you. Could you help me?
I basically gesture to get on my back.
She climbs on your back. She, instead of scrambling to like a piggyback side or wrapping herself around your waist, she crawls upon your shoulder blades and sits there very comfortably.
I look at Zenosha. There goes. I look at Zenosha. Will you be able to manage going over the wall with me?
Yes, I should be able to.
Okay. Make haste. Let's go.
All right, Quna and Zenosha, both of you make me athletics checks as you climb the wall.
That is a 13 plus 7, unnatural 20.
Quna, as you climb the wall, it really doesn't even matter to you that Mantis is on your shoulder blades, as you just climb effortlessly. If a vine pops out of the socket and you feel that you're about to fall, you just grab onto another stone and continue on. And as you hop over the stone wall, you see a very beautiful garden laid out with pumpkins, melons, strawberries, etc. And watering it is a little robotic servant who looks up at you and says,
"Ah, who are you?"
I destroy it. I like tuck it, like I grab it, like kind of like grabbing it and holding the mouth and kind of like snap its neck kind of thing.
Wait, no. Stop right there, please. I'm just a servant. No, please.
Then I'm gonna switch to Zenosha. Zenosha, go ahead and give me your athletics check as you start trying to climb. Oh, also, I totally forgot, but because there's vines and all that, you would have an advantage on the athletics check. That's my bad.
I don't need it really. I have plus 7. It's almost impossible.
I got 9 plus 1, 10.
Yeah, Zenosha, you start to kind of fall back a bit as you're climbing up, and then vines start popping out of the cobblestone, and as you go to reach for a stone, it like falls out, and you start falling back as you feel a gentle hand push against your lower back, and Artis pushes you kind of back up and helps you restabilize yourself. He even gets to the top of the stone wall itself and gestures for his hand out for you to be able to take it. I assume you take it.
Thank you very much. She like scrambles and almost like scrapes his arm, trying to like scramble up.
Whoa, it's all right. It's okay. No need to freak out. You're good. You're calm. You're safe. As you guys look down from the top of the wall, you guys see Quna with his big meaty grip about a small robot's head as Mantis is standing upon his shoulders. And you, Quna, so you're holding the robot in your hands, and he's sitting there trying to grab at your grip and pull it off, and he's muffled and kind of like half begging, half fighting. What would you like to do with him? I assume you want to attack him.
I got a 24.
That 100% hits.
Let's see. You want me to roll my glaive damage, or what weapon I want to use anyway?
I mean, yeah, you can use your glaive, but what weapon would you like? A dagger, glaive?
Well, yeah, I'll have my glaive kind of around his, like, kind of me holding his mouth and the glaive right around his neck. Kind of my hand, like, in the tip of the glaive where they hold the blade.
Yeah, you can just use like the handle to stick it up against his throat and slit it.
Yeah, so that's gonna be 9 damage.
As you like slit his throat, you see oil and other various crudes and such start kind of coming out, and you see his eyes start kind of blanking out a little bit as he still continues to fight on. But then suddenly, a short sword slams into the top of his head, and you see the lights that resembled his or that are his eyes slowly flicker out and then go to black as Mantis has stabbed him in the top of the head, while on top of your shoulders. It's at this point that Artis and Zenosha, you hop down from the wall, and Artis kind of looks over like, oh wow, I mean, poor dude. Like, did you have to kill him? You couldn't have tied him up or anything?
It's easy not to care about this when it's a little robot or a little construct.
Yeah, I guess. Poor guy, anyways.
Poor guy. Let's continue.
As you continue through the garden, you guys reach the backyard, exiting that wrought iron gate that you assume is the entrance for the garden from the backyard. You see 3 hellhounds chained up in the middle of the yard. They run up to you as they stop maybe 5 feet from you as the chains tighten and grip them back and pull them back. In the yard is, I would say, a tree, probably on the far right side, a apple tree. Other than that, there's a few dog houses. The wall itself to the backyard is maybe 100 feet from you, and the door itself to the mansion is roughly 25 feet to your right. How would you guys like to approach this?
I look at the rest of them. I have a little bit more, let's say, a physical approach. But if you guys have something that's a little bit smarter, maybe spells, I'm open ears.
As you begin to discuss like other possible options, you notice Zenosha climbing. You notice like a single like humanoid hand kind of grab the top of the wall and start climbing. And I assume you pointed out as you everyone kind of looks up. You see Albert with a bone whistle towards the dogs, and with one foot kind of loosely hanging over the wall, whistles towards the dogs and starts getting the bones, and all the dogs are like barking up a storm right below him. And he looks up at you guys, gives a wink, and gives a little salute.
Yep. That's our cue. Let's go.
As you guys run into the doorway, you guys open it to see a very grand Victorian house. You see, it's a mansion, of course. You see various different furniture, fine linen, stuff like that. But the main thing that kind of catches your attention are the various servants that have manacles and chains about them that keep them to various different rooms. They look up at you. Who are you? A halfling speaks up.
My name's Quna Zyn. Oh, sorry. My name's Sentinel. Sorry. I forgot we're using code names. My name's Sentinel. This is Green Thumb, and what was the other one's name? I'm gonna actually have a pencil and paper now. Okay. This is Mantis. This is Green Thumb. My name is Sentinel. We're here to help.
I mean, but weird names aside, who are you? What are you doing? What are you looking for? Like, you should leave. You should leave now. He starts like trying to like push you guys out the door. Like, if they come back before you guys get out, they'll kill all of us. Please, you gotta go now.
I grab his shirt. I really get very impatient when I don't get answers.
Yeah, he looks at you very like legitimately worried as you pick him up by the scruff of his shirt and say that to him. Go ahead and give me an intimidation check with advantage. I'll say you get advantage because of what you said.
That's a nat 20.
Oh yeah, pee down his pants, eyes wide, sweating profusely. He looks terrified of you. Mantis speaks up as she puts once again from the top of your shoulder blades on your shoulder. She puts a short sword towards his head. Tell us where the information, the documents, all that is. We need to wait to the basement now. Very scared, he like points towards a staircase, and as he kind of starts describing it and gesturing towards it, you can now see a somewhat hidden door that has the actual door itself and door frame is perfectly slotted and smooth to the actual wall itself.
Should we free everyone else?
Artis speaks up as you say that, Zenosha. While I would love to, and I agree with you, it's very sad what's going on here, but That's not part of the contract. It would take too long. They'll get back before we're done.
Zenosha just hesitates for a moment. She just looks around, and
I look at Zenosha and I kind of pat her shoulder and say, I understand it's a little different, and I want to save everyone too. Unfortunately, you have to remember, doing extra things on a contract means extra time and extra ways for us to die and get hurt. We know our mission and we'll be back. This is just part one of it. Let's do what we need to do and get out.
Zenosha just follows.
And then we'll continue.
After tossing the little poor halfling aside, and all the other servants kind of back away from you in fear, as you walk up to the staircase going down to the basement. You open it with a large creak, and as you start entering down the long stairwell, it starts to slowly change to stone and stonework, and you start to hear a whip in the distance. A man yells in pain. And instead of a normal whip, you hear chains rattling, and you hear lots of chains rattling, metal clinking and clanging. You just hear it consistently, a whip, a scream, a whip and a scream, a whip and a scream, as you start slowly descending to the basement. Eventually you get to the around a corner. Would you guys like to approach it and see what is causing the noise?
I approach close to kind of see what's happening. Not to expose myself, but more so to kind of see what's going on.
As you peek your head around the corner, Quna, you see a large monstrosity-looking humanoid, red skin covered in tons and tons of metal armor and bits, and chains wrapped about its sevenfold. As it holds back in its arm, whips forward with this metallic chain as a scythe on the back. It slams down and cuts this poor man who's chained to the wall's back. You see his entire spine is exposed as this creature keeps whipping behind it. I put an image into our general.
I'm afraid to see it.
By
Oh my
Mother
goodness.
Earth.
And by Mother Earth.
You can see in this underground dungeon, I'd say along a 100-foot kind of room, you see various people chained up to the wall. Maybe a good other 10 of them, besides the man actually getting whipped. 4 tunnels lead down, and you see other cells and cell blocks with a few moans and groans that come from them. Past this creature, maybe 10 feet behind it, as it whips this man, is a room, a door with a glass window in the middle of it. On top of it, a sign reads, "Office Supplies."
So on one side, there's a cell, people still kind of moaning, groaning in that kind of direction. There's him right there, and then there's a door, correct?
Yes, that is correct. And the door does read "Office Supplies," and you assume that is where you have to get your file from.
It's a dungeon here, and it's just office supplies. It's a torture device. All you see is, oh, Home Depot. No, what's it called? Home Office.
Office Depot, you know, the place for every great businessman's needs. Every single one of them fulfilled by a wonderful skeleton crew, literally.
Okay, I am going to check out office supplies. Sneak in over there.
You want to sneak up behind him to go into the office supplies.
Yes.
The door that's directly behind him, like the 10 feet behind him, as he's whipping this man in front of it.
Oh, is that close to him? Hell no. I look at Mantis.
You look upwards to the skinny elf who is still perched up on your shoulders. Yeah? What's up, Quna? Artis kind of interrupts. I think we should just kill him. Stop with the stealth, don't do anything. Just take him out, distract him, and have Mantis run in and get it. Or even me and Mantis, or Zenosha and Mantis. Either way, one of us at the very least gets in and gets it, while the rest of us distract him.
I see no choice, because he can move.
Quna, as you look over, that's no bullet. That's definitely not no goddamn bullet. It radiates tons of monstrous and devilish energy. You were given false information, and as it dawns upon you, you're kind of scared for a moment. Mantis speaks up. Well, tap you on the shoulder. Quna, if you can go up and restrain it, I can hop off your shoulders and head to the office supplies, and as long as you can keep it distracted and fighting, the other two can do what's needed, whether helping me or aid you in battle. And as long as you either defeat it or at least distract it long enough for me to get the file as needed for Mickey.
I'll do that. Do you have anything to restrain it, Green Thumb?
Yes, I have a spell that could work, but I need full concentration.
Okay. When I give you the cue, I need you to cast it. I will run in and simultaneously stab at it.
Very well. One moment while I
Okay.
prepare. She makes a hand motion and starts preparing her spell.
I grip my glaive, getting ready to dash in.
As you dash in, you cast your spell, Zenosha, doing all the concentration you can, doing all the symbols you've done countless times in practice, but yet when you cast it, you see the magic start to wrap about the beast's head. As it goes to touch his skin, the magic fades away into a light mist. It begins to turn to you with a
Is it someone new?
Shit.
By the divines.
By the
However, Quna, I will say that you still get your surprise round as it's turning about.
I'm still gonna continue and rush in, but I don't have to get all the way close in. I'm gonna get to 10 feet and stab at it with my glaive into his torso.
Alright, give me your attack roll with your glaive, Isaac.
Does it 11 hit?
Quna, your glaive slices off the chains are wrapped about his body. Sparks fly, and during this moment, Mantis jumps off your shoulders, propelling herself over the demon. As she does a few flips, it goes to swipe at her. It hits. So as she's flying through the air, very graceful and majestic, a chain whips up and grabs at her leg and slams her towards the wall. She goes flying and takes only like 5 points of damage. It was a quick little reactionary. Basically, they hit her foot and messed up her balance, so she crashed into the ground, rolling to the floor. But she gets up and quickly recovers as it turns around to look at you both.
I've never torched a Goliath before. This is gonna be fun.
The beast turns to you, Quna, Zenosha, and Artis, and as it speaks with a deep growl, roll me initiative.
I got 14 plus minus 1, 13.
Yep, that is 16.
Alright, thank you. And with your rolls, we'll be going and starting combat with Quna. Alright, Quna Bear, what will you start off with?
I like to rage.
Classic. You begin to rage and scream at the demon.
Stay behind me! And I go in for another glaive attack.
Alright, go ahead and give me your attack roll.
Add 2 to that. That is 23 to hit.
That hits, my boy.
Beautiful. That is 8 damage for the first attack.
Alright, 8 damage.
And then for my... Oh, crap. Rage is a bonus action, isn't it? Yes, it is.
You are correct, it is a bonus action. However, you do have your movement though, so you could adjust where you are.
And then I use a little bit of my movement to kind of like step back a little, like probably 10 feet or so. So like 20 feet distance from each other.
Alright, and with the end of your turn begins the turn of the beast in front of you. He turns towards Mantis as she begins picking at the door and says,
And what are you hoping to find, puny mortals?
Eyes on me, beast.
as you say that, Quna, it turns back to you.
Oh, you want me to look at you? Then take a gaze.
And with a wicked grin, it starts to take off its mask. And as it reveals its fleshy face with no mouth, purely smooth skin, you don't know how it's been talking. All you hear is his voice, and not even your head, it like rings about the surroundings. Its eyes start to glow a vicious red. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
With advantage. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, wisdom saving throw. That's +0. That's gonna be amazing. 5.
With that 5, you start to feel the fear run up your spine, and its cold hands grab at it, and you feel yourself unable to move as you have the fear condition.
I'm just gonna stay still, just frozen, just like it's unbearably scary.
Absolutely, and it's not even done yet with this turn. It begins to laugh again as chains start to animate about it. From the walls, shackles come forth to grab both of you, trying to restrain you. Both give me strength saving throws, please.
17.
All right, Quna. As it starts to like wrap about you, you're not even like accurate or on top of it moving, like slapping them away. It's almost like a fear, like snakes coming and wrapping about your legs. You're like,
Like in a fear.
you start slamming away at them with your glaive, and the pure panic has strengthened you so much that you start slapping them away before they can wrap about you. How about you, Zenosha?
It's 11.
With that 11, you feel the chains not just wrap about you, but handcuffs and manacles grab and wrap around your wrist. You get pulled to a eastern wall. As you're slammed up to it, you're going to take, 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you feel a rib pop out of place. You slam into the wall. Your hands and feet are restrained up against it with maybe a foot of kind of movement about with the chains. What would you like to do, Zenosha?
Pull at the chains to see if it dislodges it.
As you pull, you feel either like the resistance as the chain tightens as you tug forward, or even a pull back as when you pull forward, so many forces like tugging you back up to the wall. You don't think you can dislodge it, but you can do either like a strength check or something else if you'd like to do.
I'm gonna try a strength check.
Absolutely. Give me a strength roll, please.
3.
Oh.
3.
With that 3, you're just struggling. You're just flailing about, trying to pull and pull and pull. And Quna, you can look over, and she's just like, she's making no progress. She's clearly stunned and almost like in shock, flailing about, like up against a wall.
And I'm trying to fight the fear to help, and I just can't move. And I'm just like, Green Thumb, just stay strong.
Can I turn into a spider?
Absolutely. Yeah. I would say that like the strength check was probably just your bonus action, and this will be your action. So, you start to kind of morph your body into a spider's. You feel the chains are loosening as your tiny, your hands are turning to tiny little spider legs as you start to shrink and shrink and shrink, and you turn into a little spider coming out of the shackles. Well, Quna, how do you react to that?
What is this madness you done to her?
Tiny voice. I'm here. I'm safe.
The fuck is that?
Don't squish me.
And as the adorable spider makes you laugh, Quna, you feel Artis's hand on your shoulder pull you round, give you a hearty slap across the face as he starts to back up with a very sheepish look, saying, "Oh, that was just to help you break your fear. But please don't hit me." Go ahead and give me another roll for your fear check.
With advantage with the slap? Because I'm pissed as shit for him doing that?
Sure. I would say a little bit because you're also like raging. That makes sense, like a little flavor wise.
Does a 15?
With a 15, you pass, just barely.
Oh, thank God.
I assume for like a minute you want to slap Artist back so hard, but instead you're gonna transfer all that pure rage and adrenaline right to the demon.
I just like I choke it in.
Yeah, you just later on. All right, so with that brings the round back up to your turn, Quna. What would you like to do?
I am going to, you know what? So I am going to grapple him.
As you're no longer afraid of the demon, at least not conditionally. As you begin to approach him, the demon starts to laugh and say,
You gonna approach me, huh? Let's see how strong you are, big boy.
Let's see how strong you are.
"Go ahead and make me a strength check, which will be contested by him."
That is 15 plus 5. That is unnatural 20.
Oh yeah. With the yeah, you beat him by far. As you grab both of his wrists, pinning them down by his waist, you pull him in close and do a bear hug. And as he looks up at you, meeting his gaze once again, you feel more confident with a smile, and he responds to that with,
Do you really think pinning my arms will stop me, big guy?
I know it won't. It'll buy us some time. I don't have anything else. So I'm gonna end my turn kind of holding him, because I can't. That's my action right there, so I can't use another action to do anything. So I'll keep it that way.
"Next turn, you're gonna Quna DDT him, aren't you?"
Oh, absolutely.
Amazing. As you dream of your future wrestling moves, 2 chains begin to waggle up about your body, with size on the end, slamming into your shoulders. Ooh, I'm so sorry, Quna. One is a crit. It is a bleeding wound. It gashes into your neck and does sever a vein.
Ouch.
As they both slide into your shoulder blades, cutting, they both deal 26 damage. Then 8 points of bleeding damage, which, until healed with your magical means or a medicine check, will begin to bleed 8 points of damage every turn.
Urgh. Is it piercing or slashing?
That will be slashing.
Okay, that's half done, and half of that is going to be 13. And then I'm going to use, as a reaction, my Stone Endurance.
Wonderful idea. Just reduce the entire attack altogether, my dude.
Okay, so I basically healed back up. I got a 14, so I got 10 plus 14 with the Stone Endurance. Was it 8? Was it 8 bleeding, you said?
Yeah, 8 points of bleeding.
Okay. It's just the best you got.
As a click rings throughout the tunnel, everyone turns and sees Mantis opening a door, running in. And she turns back. I got it! I'm gonna find... oh my god, why are there so many fucking pens in here? Oh my god, okay, it's gonna take me a minute, but I'm gonna find the information. Oh my god, there's a huge thing of duct tape. The demon turns back to you, Quna, as you feel the chains squeeze about your body even tighter and tighter, making it harder to breathe and talk.
I'm going to enjoy torturing you. Strong ones like you are the most fun to break.
Is that all you got?
As you say that, Quna, we're going to go over to you, Zenosha, in your little spider form watching this all go down. What would you like to do?
I want to use another spell. Can I use another spell?
Maybe?
Can I cast Healing Word? I cast Healing Word on Quna.
Ooh, I'm so sorry, but you cannot actually cast spells while in your wild shape. It's like a feat or a feature to be able to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you can always just change out and cast a spell then.
Right. So, I shift out of my spider form and move away from the chains. Does that count as an action?
No, because coming into wild shape is an action, but coming out is only a bonus action.
Now can I cast Healing Word?
Yes, you may.
All right. With the movement of her hands, she quickly shouts, "Firo miss!" and points at Quna.
Amazing. Quna, this magic starts to form about you. You feel this holy energy come into your body, start re-knitting some of your wounds. What is your roll damage, Zenosha?
I got 1. Oops.
At least you can add your wisdom bonus to it, because as a druid, that's your spellcasting modifier.
My wisdom bonus, it's 2.
Oh, then Quna, you gain 3 whole hit points back, bro. Congrats.
Does that stop the bleeding, or...?
Yeah, any magical healing does stop the bleeding.
I give like a shaking thumbs up. Thank you.
As you give the shaking thumbs up, Terminator style, Quna, to Zenosha, you see a chain wrap around your wrist and start trying to restrain you, as a demon speaks up.
We're not done here yet. Don't you forget about me.
Alright, Zenosha, and where would you like to be standing as you end your turn?
I move closer to Quna, and I'll stop right there.
Amazing. Okay, so as you stand there, you can see papers flying back and forth between the door. And you see Mantis every now and then, like, moving back and forth. You hear metal clanging and papers rustling, and she's like, "Why are there so many damn folders?" Quna, you can't really see this as well, but you do see Artis coming up behind the demon and slams his scythe up again, like right into like the lower back of it, and just slides up, and you hear bone and meat breaking and sliced as the demon's eyes start to widen a bit as he finishes off by slicing his scythe upwards, having a little bit of a rain of gore. And with that, it brings us back to top of the round. Your turn, Quna.
I am going to look him dead in his little fleshy face. Hideous beast. Prepare to get really fucked up. I am gonna Quna DDT. Probably first time ever using the Quna DDT.
All right. And as you do the Quna DBT, would you like to explain to both Sam and the audience, like flavor-wise, how you do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna Quna DDT him. So basically, all you see is me going from like the bear hug to me kneeing his stomach, where he kind of bends down, where my arms wrapped around his head, and I drop him on his head. And I'm gonna roll for.
Just so you know, Quna, when you do this, it does involve both of you landing on the ground, so you will both be knocked prone. Just FYI.
Oh, now just stay down. Okay, just stay down then.
I mean, you can always like just use your movement to get up, and when you stand up, like you just won't be able to move anywhere, but you can stand right back up for when he gets up.
Okay, gotcha. So you want me just to sacrifice the movement? I can get up, just can't move. Okay, I agree with that.
All right, so please give me your attack roll to see if you can actually pull this off.
Let me roll my attack. There's a 16.
16 works. You go ahead, lift him up above your head, and you slam him down. Go ahead and roll me your damage.
And that is going to be, ooh, beautiful, 5, 5, 5. 2 5s and then +5, that is 15 damage. I stand up.
All right, you stand up, and with that, it'll be the end of your turn. And with the demon's turn, it begins to stand up as well. That will be an attack of opportunity for you, Quna, as he's getting up right next to you.
While he stands up, my glaive is spinning around my body as always in finesse fashion. As a 13 +7, unnatural 20. I'm getting a lot of unnatural 20s. I can look at my log. I can set all the unnatural 20s I've been getting.
All right, and with that hit, what is your damage?
That is 8 +5. That is 13 damage.
Now fully standing, the demon turns to you and says,
I'll have to finish you off quick, big guy. I gotta get to her right away.
The demon starts to wrap its hands together as the chains start all coming to one big, long strain. And it swings about his head, slamming into you, Quna. Go to give me a strength saving throw.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I rolled the 7. Oh wait, no, I rolled plus. No, never mind. I clicked strength on top, where it's +5. Saving throw is the +7. Can I re-roll that, or you want me just to kind of keep that too?
Don't forget, you do have an advantage because you are raging.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh,
But you will keep that too, so just roll once more.
so lowest 7, highest 25.
As this thick tube of chains just slam right into you. As it slams into you, you're still going to take, and I'll just have it for you right now, so, because your damage, that will be another 12 points of damage. It crushes your arm slightly, but you will not be pushed back as you do succeed on the strength saving throw, not being slammed into the wall.
I yell out, Mantis, are you done yet?
I'm trying, there's a lot of papers in here, Quna. I'm looking.
Ugh.
Don't ugh me, alright? You're not the one in here looking at the exact same frickin' folders and... okay, I'm gonna have to climb. I'll be right back. As she, like, pops her head back into the room. She yells out, Artis! Join me here. I need your help. Artis begins running in. Sorry, Quna. I'm gonna help her so we can make it quicker.
Pens, burn the fucking thing!
Are the papers?
With that, Zenosha, it'll be your turn.
Can I move behind and attack?
Absolutely. What would you like to attack with?
I attack with my scimitar.
Alright, give me an attack roll, please.
I got 19, so 16 +3.
That's it. You stab him as he's focused on Quna.
Take this. Then she stabs him from behind.
Alright, and with the d6, that will be 8 points of damage. Do you want to do anything with your bonus action?
Bonus action. I have healing word for my bonus action.
You can absolutely do healing word. However, that will, that's a leveled spell, so it will cost you a slot. So you can save that for next time. That's a horrible thing to end your turn now.
I can save it, and then I think on my turn here.
Sweet. And as you start to move on,
Quna looks like just scratched up right now, and he looks fine. So, just kind of a hint to that you'd be fine.
Okay.
Saving it.
alright, and with the end of Zenosha's turn, we'll begin anew with Quna. Quna, what would you like to do?
Can I just kind of like slap the chains out of the way and dash in for an attack with the javelin? No, with the javelin on the glaive.
Yes, you may, with your glaive.
That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
That is 9 + 5, 14 damage.
Alright, 14 damage. Not bad, dude.
Won't
I
you
tried my
die?
best.
Alright, and
I have a bonus attack with the back of the glaive. So after slashing at him, You see the glaive kind of rotate around me. You see the butt of it go for his head.
Right, man. All right, so how about you give me an attack roll, please?
That is 12 plus 7. That is 19.
That hits. Go ahead and roll me your damage.
Let's see. That is 2 plus 5. That's another 7 damage.
All right, so that will be
Oh, on top. Oh, 7 plus 2, so 9 damage. I keep forgetting to add that plus 2.
all good, man. We all make mistakes, forget things. So you swing your glaive about and you slam him with the butt of it, breaking into his nose.
At the hip and the nose, I kind of like say tickle, tickle.
As you say that, Quna, the demon looks at you with anger in his eyes, and not another word comes forth from it as it grabs you by the shoulders, squeezing, and then two chains wrap around you, grab with scythes in the end, and just start raking across your body. You're going to be taking 21 points of damage, and with that, Zenosha, it'll be your turn.
Can I try and attack again with my scimitar?
Yes, you may absolutely attack with your scimitar. Just give me another roll of that D20.
Oh, okay. So I rolled a 14 plus 3, so 17.
17 hits. Alright, and what's your damage?
Oh, I got 6.
6 plus your strength. Oh yeah, so you just keep slamming down on the top of this creature's head as he's just trying his best to focus on Quna. But as you keep just slamming into him, he can't do anymore. He pushes Quna away and turns towards you.
Why won't you die?
Why won't I die? Well, sweetie, I'm a devil. We don't just die. Unlike you, I'm going to have so much fun messing with your weak corpse.
As he says this, he begins walking forwards towards you, Zenosha, towering over you, looking down.
She just steps back. She tries to step back, but she's just kind of like stumbling a bit.
You stumble to the ground, and you start trying to push yourself back with your hands and legs. He just keeps walking over you step for step, and as he leaves your area, Quna, you can give me an attack of opportunity.
Stay away from her. I attack with my glaive.
Keeps going and following you, Zenosha, chains crashing about you, just spewing insults.
Weakling. Pathetic. Weak.
You know
That's
nothing.
18 to hit.
That hits, Quna. Give me your damage.
That is 8 damage. Plus 2, that's 10.
As you slash at it, Quna, it just ignores you. You cut up its back and some red flesh flings off, but it just keeps walking towards you, Zenosha, flinging more and more insults, slamming chain after chain down.
Ineffective. Little one. Unusable. Might as well die.
Shit. We need to get out of here now.
There has to be something that weakens him.
Artist speaks up. I agree with her. There's got to be something. We just need a little bit more time.
Nothing that we have an idea about right now. Get what we need.
We just need one more round. Okay, one more. We have it right here. We just got to get down.
I basically scoop up. Is it how tall is Zenosha? How big is she?
She's about
big-
5 foot.
Oh yeah, that's easy peasy.
So she's like, whoop.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to use some 3.5 home rules for this specific situation. So what's going to happen is you're going to attempt to grapple Zenosha, and he's going to attempt to hit you. If he misses, you successfully grab Zenosha and keep moving. If he hits you, you automatically fail and cannot grab her, as you are entering its area for attacks of opportunity.
Okay, so you want me to do my grapple check, or you want to kind of wait to see if it hits?
I'll just roll right now.
Okay,
And 18.
it meets and beats. Fuck.
I'm not going to have him really deal too much damage to you, Quna. You know what? As you're going to duck down to grab Zenosha, trying to push past him, a chain slams forth across the entire floor, and you end up tripping on it, slamming your face, only taking maybe 3 bludgeoning damage. You like break your nose on the pavement. However, you're unable to grab Zenosha. And Zenosha, what is your AC, please?
Run, Zenosha! Run!
For armor class?
Oh, I'm so sorry. One is a crit, and they both hit. I apologize.
It's a lot of rolling. Dun, dun, dun. We gathered here today. Zenosha was a great.
Zenosha, you take 26 points of slashing damage.
Jesus Christmas, I'm just barely hanging on.
Wind begins to laugh and look at you.
I can't wait to play with your corpse.
Over my dead body. She just stumbles forward.
All right, and with the end of that, that actually makes it your turn, Zenosha.
Run to them.
I'm gonna attempt to run with, even though the chains are around me. I'm gonna try and get away.
All right, would you like to take the disengage action and then run into the room?
Yes.
Sweet. As he's trying to like come upon you, you throw some dirt up into its eyes, and you take a moment to roll out through the chains. Luckily, undoing them as you roll, you begin to run, and you just end up running right by Quna as you enter the doorway. Artis looks up at you. What happened? Are you okay? Please, let me heal you. And he begins to cast Cure Wounds on you.
I'll be.
You regain 10 hit points from Artis's Cure Wounds.
It's just like no dying today.
Always got your back.
Thank you. You saved me in a pinch.
Of course, at any time. As you look, you can now see that Mantis has finally gotten all the way to the bottom of it, and she holds a very thick paper or folder full of a bunch of papers with lots of information. She looks up at you and says, "Oh, I got it."
It's cool and all, but what the hell?
All right, then Quna, it is your turn.
I'm gonna use my glaive to kind of like prop myself up.
You are laying on the floor, bloody nose. Zenosha's ran past you, and the demon's grabbing his eyes as he's temporarily kind of like. Argh. As you try to get yourself up, a few chains do half-assedly swing towards you, but it appears that he can't really see you, as he's blinded by the dirt Zenosha threw in his eyes.
I kind of just wave it off while getting up. I will find a way to kill you when I come for you again. I'm gonna make a dash to the. I'm gonna take a I don't have a disengage. I'm just gonna dash into the room where they are.
So you would not have to dash on in there. You can just use your normal movement speed. You can also use disengage right now, so he doesn't attack of opportunity you as you run out of his space.
Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna use an action to basically disengage and kind of close the door behind me to where they are.
All right, you run in, you slam the door shut. You look at Mantis, Artis, and Zenosha as they look up at you. As you close the door, Quna, Artis speaks up. But, Quna, why would you? Why are you closing the door? We gotta go. We gotta go now.
You want us in here for what reason? We're trapped in here, and he's gonna kick our ass.
We were just trying to get Zenosha in here to heal her real quick. I just needed to get to her. Mantis then kind of grabs Artis' shoulder and puts a hand on yours as well, Quna. Let's not fight right now. We have to focus. We have to strategize and find a way out now with the current situation. We can't change what happened.
Well, do you have a plan?
Well, first off, like I just said, I did not want you in here. I just wanted Zenosha to be healed. So don't blame this on me. Please, just stop right now. Okay, we can argue later. All right? Quna, Artis, and Zenosha, I'm going to go out there and distract him. I'm going to try and do some evasive movements. And I don't know. I know a few techniques for if a beast gets angry, to how to get out. So I'm sure I can get at least most of his blows out of the way, and hopefully distract him while you get across.
No.
What a bunch of pens.
My defense will be fine, okay? I am a very evasive person, okay? I may not be strong, but I'm very dexterous. She pats her armor and looks towards you two and very seriously squints her eyes and look, okay, he's angry, all right, he's pounding on the door during this right now, all right, during this very moment. Just trust me, okay? And she looks at you like, we're doing this now, please. As she's trying to figure out a way to convince you, Quna, something on the door, so her come here. Come out. And with that, she reaches for the door.
Oh, I was gonna do kind of the predator handshake with the hands kind of crossed and kind of like that brotherly or they kind of grab each other's forearms kind of thing, as a buddy.
Oh yeah, man, you just grabbing the forearms. Sure, yeah, you can do that.
Be safe. I'll meet you on the other side.
She kind of looks diverts her eyes from you and never mind, her face is mostly kind of covered. But as she diverts her eyes from you, you feel her grip kind of tighten really tight. She's like, yeah, I'll see you on the other side. Don't die on me. Now, before she flings open the door. She reaches for the handle. Artist like readies his scythe, and you see him cast light magic over his scythe, which begins to glow a dulcet light like lunar blue. Are you guys ready? Like Quna, you ready?
Yes. I assume we got the book from her, right?
Yes. And how about you, Zenosha?
Yes.
All right. As the door flings open, the demon stands in the middle, not directly at the door as you may have thought. As he looks at you, he begins to laugh, a very deep, disturbing laugh, something that cackles deep with vocal cords you cannot imagine currently. As he begins to hold his hands that shake up towards the air, and the chains start to vibrate off the walls. All the chains start emerging, including the ones with the people, and the people start getting dragged along with them. Please, no! Tons of people are getting pulled as all these chains start whipping about towards you as a tsunami and wave of torture, death, and steel. Mantis looks up, very shocked at this, gasping, goes, "See you on the other side." She runs straight to his left, throwing daggers at it, a few of them pinging into its flesh. You see them sort of alight as she chants a minor song to herself, and it begins to burn so bright, and it starts to sear the demon's flesh. And it turns and starts casting the magic at her. You see dozens and dozens of chains start going at her, boo, 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 slamming into the wall. Matrix style, she's dodging one and another and another. And the beast growls, so it slams an entire wall's worth. It catches her, slamming her into the wall. She starts getting wrapped up, but you see with a very swift movement, push her way up, a very uniform plank, as she drags her way up through the little circle that they start trying to grab and wrap about her. As it starts wrapping about her ankles, she takes out a hammer and starts bashing at it. As she breaks away a few chains, she looks up, and you guys have successfully ran past the demon, tucking and weaving through only a few chains, be able to mostly even bat them away with your weapons. As you come up to the stairs, she looks up, smashes the final chain that was wrapping around her, and starts booking it towards you. She starts putting her hand out. "Quna, hello, I help." As suddenly tons and tons of spear-like chains all up inside her, stabbing one after another. She looks at you, gasping. As her eyes roll to the back of her head, she drops from you, maybe like 10 feet.
Do we?
So that'd be too much. Do you have anything to kind of? Oh, I don't want to meditate too much. Do you have anything to kind of grab it, grab her, or?
No, that's not metagaming. I just call it strategizing. You're like, hey, you got anything that could help us?
Oh, can I use Entangle to grab her?
Okay, so you technically can't with that spell, but I'll say because it's a very creative use of it, because it has like vines and stuff. Give me a nature check, or an arcana check, and you could try to manipulate the spell and the weave of it in order to essentially use the whipping vines in order to push her up towards you.
Okay. I'm gonna try that, and I'll roll it. So I got +3. 7 + 3, 10.
I'm
very sorry, Zenosha, but with only a 10, I must say you cannot manipulate it very much. Maybe as the spell goes off and starts whipping, you maybe get one or two just kind of start like lifting her up towards the top of it. And you definitely create a lot of difficult terrain for the beast as it comes up to her or you. Quna, would you like to try to grab her? I'll say maybe a single chain comes off you as like a attack of opportunity if you'd like to grab her.
I'm gonna take the risk and kind of use the opportunity to like kind of just grab her.
And Quna, as you're grabbing her, the chain whips out, and you just tuck down, and it bounces off your glaive. Almost like pure luck, but at this point, you didn't even really care that if you're gonna get hit or not, because you're just beaming down towards Mantis to grab her. As you almost half tackle her, you pull her up to you, and make like a shell about her with your body. You begin running and booking it up the staircase. Artis and Zenosha, I assume you're following. As you guys start running out, what would you guys, anything that you like to do or say on your way out?
Okay. While running, can I do a medicine check to kind of stop the bleeding?
You know what? Absolutely. That's perfect. Do a medicine check and try to stabilize her.
My beautiful +0, that is a natural 16.
You know, with a 16, that actually passes. You know, a medicine check is only like 10 to stabilize, so good job.
Okay, then we keep going. There's no second thoughts, no looking back. We're running out.
As you're running by, the servant's like, I told you not to go down there. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Shut up, fuck you. We'll keep going.
As you go even back to the wall, you find the hellhounds are now munching on bones and are very distracted, and you just book past them. And you find that going through the garden, you find another automaton-esque warforged who is just wearing like overalls and a little like little newsy cap, and he's like,
Ah, who are you?
Shut up, fuck you. We just keep going.
He'll be next. You saw nothing?
I will fuck you up too. You're next. We keep running.
my God, the threats.
Just scare the shit out of everyone. Shut the fuck up. You're next. You're gonna be dead too.
Alright, I assume you guys go to like the wall, or like over the wall, and you guys start just heading across, not even looking, no cares, right? No worries, just about anything else, just taking care of yourselves right now.
Oh, we're scrambling. Yeah.
Amazing. So as you run out, you see Albert coming up with your horses. Come on, we gotta go quick now. You guys start loading up, and Quna, take Mantis on the back of your horse. I'll take her horse with me. We gotta go. And as you get up, you lay her kind of half-conscious body upon your horse, Quna.
Keep going. We need to go. Get out of here fast. There's someone strong down there.
As the mansion fades into black behind you, and you're hearing less and less screams of demonic creatures coming out looking for you, trying to find your scent. Eventually, you start to peter your horses down to light trot. Albert speaks up finally. Oh gosh, okay, so just so you know, Mickey and everyone else, the rest of the team, have been getting ready with the ambush. If you can give us the coordinates, we can be ready to attack by sunrise. We'll just take a quick rest tonight, and then we'll be off. He looks over to Mantis. Jeez, man. Well, did a bullet really do that to her? I thought you guys would have kicked its ass. I mean, it's a strong creature, don't get me wrong, but you guys are formidable warriors at this point.
Where's...
No, it's a demon.
Demon? What? But... I met up with the informant myself. That information should have been 100% true. There's no way they could have, like, switched it out. So, someone must have lied. Or changed the info. At this point, Mantis begins to kind of shift behind you, Quna. And as she sits up, she puts a hand on your shoulder. Very weakly speaks up. Hey, Quna. Thanks for grabbing me. We're out, right? We're out? We're fine? And then she kind of ends up like leaning her head against you very softly, kind of just...
I flick her forehead.
Ow! Like, the fuck, bro? Oh, she like, kind of like reaches to her forehead. Like, why? Dude, I'm so hurt. Tired. And you're so comfortable.
No more stupid shit like that again.
Oh, but come on, it's who I am.
No.
But come on, it at least helps, right?
Yes.
So is everyone else out safe?
We all got out safely.
Yeah? Good. I'm glad. And she lays her head back on you. And it's like nothing on your humongous Goliath like back and shoulders. As she just lays her like tiny elven body against your back as you guys ride off. Alright?
I don't mind the pop of the bubble. So I just kinda like, she's been through enough and she saved us, so I kinda cross my hands and kinda do a little short rest myself.
Hey, you guys head off to camp. And tomorrow, you'll be riding off to a new dawn, baby. And if you like that video and like to see more content, please drop a like and subscribe to Wolfer28, or give us a follow and a rating on both Spotify and iTunes as Bardic Logs. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you next time.